Alright, so it looks like we have about 3 hours in so far. I unlocked Workshop at the last, or at the end of last stream. Let's get into it. Yeah, so just working on building up build per second right now. Let's go ahead and get conductors. We're nearly there on crafting. And let's see. So we got gather space, physical shaping is up next, and energy trees. Let's just get a couple of things here. So 724. That's gotta be 800, and this one has to be 800. That's nearly there. Got a new research here. Looks like I can do that one. What are we on? Harness Mind? Yeah, it's taken forever. Let's do this one. Just put a little bit of investment in that to get those upgrades cheaper. Okay, so spatial and magic. Actually, I think this increases the capacity, right? Yeah, let's just get this. So now we'll have 800 of that soon enough. This one is natural and energetic. I believe we unlocked... Yeah, this gives energetic resource cap. Get some of this. Don't want to spend all my wood on this. Let's get some lumber station to increase the tree yield. And these are quite slow to level up. Not in a huge hurry to craft paper. Not just yet, anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and get these energy trees. So that should probably get there by the time I'm done with all of this. Some cooldowns to wait on. I guess I can cast a couple of these. Looks like my mana capacity is a lot higher now. That's about right, I guess. Casting level 5. Okay, let's see how much this generates. Got some critical casts in there, just one. So full cycle, it looks like it's going to do about 200 to 300, roughly. So just a couple more of those. We'll get that before we get physical shaping, because this I can just generate that for free, I think. Let's get one more level of attunement. How's this doing? getting 1.88 per second, down to 1.59. Yeah, go ahead and take it at level 2. These charm spells have quite a long cooldown. I think, that's cantrip cooldown. I don't think I have a general way of reducing cooldown. Not that easily, at least. It's 12, and then like 20 to cast all 4 of these. Alright, let's lower this one then. Need to work on mana regen now. Alright, one more cycle and we should have it. Oh, I see. I'm spending all my mana on auras. Construction aura and Wizard's aura. Yeah, this one costs 18,000. Alright, looks like we're gonna get it on this cycle. Here we go, energy trees. We're gonna have a new harvest to do, I think. Yeah, force tree. Let's just go ahead and put that on, and let's take a look at druidry. Here we go, talisman. So we need 10.5 for the first level of this, and that's gonna start giving me base verdant energy. We probably just ditch this setup now. I think we go to psychic. Scholarism Artificer. The experience rates of the various Artificer abilities. I don't know if that really matters that much. We're getting very close to one of these. Let's just buy some cheap stuff real quick. Some agility, some aptitude, wisdom, spellcraft. Okay, we got it. Let's research. We were going to go for magic concepts. That's expert scholar. Yeah, that should be okay. Get some extra generation with these. Go ahead and unlock that. Alright, we can create a blast staff and a scholar's wand. Soon enough, at least. Let's go to world. We really need some more space for space. Let's just invest a bunch into space cap here. Alright, my first Druidic Talisman. Plus 0.36, and when we do a full cycle of this, it goes up to 2.43 per second. Alright, that's pretty good, and it's going to get even stronger. Go ahead and get magic concepts. Going to help me generate thaumaturgy mostly right now. Let's go ahead and immediately switch over to magic learning. So let's see, if we go to Scholar, there was one of these. Retention is concept experience. I think we get a few points in this, and we also get some concept speed and reflective power. Yeah, let's go ahead and start leveling these up. Make some room for space here. Get another one of those. Room for skill, rather. So let's see, what are we generating now? Plus 1.5 thaumaturgy every time we buy something. And that's just gonna get better from here. Let's go ahead and mute that. I think we level this up a bit. It's only costing mana and psi, which we have plenty of. Ah, right, artifacts. Let's go take a look at that. So, we can create Scholar's Wand, go ahead I guess. Artificer Crafting to make paper. Amulets will be ready soon. Go to my loadout here, so we can put a Blast Staff in. And this just makes occasionally my next spell is stronger. We're gonna get some much stronger artifacts later on, so I'm not gonna worry too much about these. Or at least much stronger for my playstyle. Okay, so we got another one of those. Let's switch over to harvesting this oak tree. And I think we want to get a bunch of restful growth. Ooh, actually both of these are really good. Tree growth and tree capacity. And restful to make the thing I'm not harvesting fill up faster. These are pretty expensive though, so not going to be able to get too much of either. Go ahead and level up oak a couple of times. Amulets. We got crafting power. Right, let's make one paper. And then I think bookcases is probably what unlocks the next crafting item. I want to get those thaumic scrolls that come up next. Because I can earn them with magic concepts too. Alright, once that levels up, let's switch over to Harness World for a bit. Need to get those cheaper. Alright, what's next on the agenda here? Crafted paper. I guess we need bookcases next. Let's take a look at the research. Got 2 tech and 3 magical. Oh, and 1 ability to spend. Don't want that one. Improved crafting, I don't think really fits what I want to do with this. And improved axes, improved crafting. None of this is really that exciting. Improved study is okay. We need expert expansion to level 1 to get these 2 up a level. Let's do that. So expert expansion is right here. That's going to cost 1.58 thousand. We also need to level this up again. So just buy some relatively cheap stuff in here. Infuse spark. Okay, let's go ahead and craft a couple more paper. Should be enough to buy this. Advanced bookcases, that's the one. Take a look at what this opened up. Magic book is elemental cap, base magic resource rate. It's mental resource cap. Don't really want to invest in these yet. Alright, so stomach scrolls require 49 paper. I don't think we can generate that right this minute. Let's put a little bit of points into craftsmanship to upgrade crafting power. So let's see, it's every 15 wood generates 1.5 paper right now, so I need to do that 35 times. So 30 times 15 is going to be like 450. I still want to get slightly better at this. Can also reduce crafting cost here. Yeah, it's probably worth putting several points into. Alright, let's give this a shot. I imagine that's close to enough. I don't think we have any spells that help with this yet, do we? Rainstorm, haste. Actually, haste, what does this do? Physical speed and physical precision. That actually does help with crafting. Expert wizardry level 3, huh? Not the worst idea. Shape world, we're not there yet. Bunch of stuff I don't need. Okay. I mean, we are almost to haste. It's gonna be a bit of a pain to use, but it might help a little bit. So let's go ahead and grab it. That was expert wizardry, I believe. We're gonna need some thaumaturgy to finish this. Go to that loadout real quick. Wow, it's been a while since I cast these. These are a lot stronger now. Generating quite a bit. Okay, probably never using this again. Let's get rid of all of these. We just opened up the possibility for haste. Let's grab that. Ooh, 5,000 spark. Yeah, okay, I guess we're not quite there yet. Also, the 2,000 skill wasn't gonna happen. Let's switch off of this and go to harvesting my force tree. And I'm gonna level up the capacity of that a bit too. Alright, 48 paper. Let's see if we have enough. I'm just gonna max craft this and see what we get. Looks like not nearly enough, but I ran out of skill, not wood, so that's easily fixed. Trying to get up to 48. We got it. One thaumic scroll, please. Now that we have some of these, now let's see how much we're earning from... I'm gonna let that finish. Just actually do this so we can see. So just buying any random thing gives me half a thaumic scroll, which is great, because that's just free now. And we can continue to level that up. Reflective power here. Okay, so let's go off of Harness World for a bit and go back to Magic Learning. That's the one that's giving me the free resources. Cyan Mana. I think that's fine. Get this up as high as possible so we can get some free resources in here. Learn Flow. Wow, we're already getting close to... Alchemy. Okay, these are both really good. Aura Power and Magic Resource Cap. This is my favorite song in the whole thing. Really like this one. Alright, let's take a look at my goals here. So we're still a way out from Gather Space 2. Physical shaping, I think, gives me another way to boost space income, so maybe we aim for this next. I think it's spirality that does like base spatial income. Cloaks, advanced construction. We're a little bit too far from that. I guess we can grab rapid construction now. Yeah, clear cutting is pretty nice. Ooh, assembly is really good too. Crafting speed and workshop develop speed. Honestly, I think we're just buying a bunch of these, mainly to get these points, because we need to up researches a bunch. Put a few more points into this, a few more points into Greater Bark. So let's see, these costs, these are workshop. These are reduced by engineering, which I can get quite a bit higher. And engineering is an artificer attribute, so it's reduced by... yeah, by harness body. Let's put some points in that now. Oh yeah, we can afford a bunch of this. We can even level this up more as it continues to increase. I really like this spell because it increases both mental and energetic. So it's basically boosting this, psi twice, because it's both types, and this. So basically 5 of my 7 basic resources. So I don't really have to think about which spell to cast, I just cast that one and spend a bunch of resources. Good for the early game, at least. I don't think we go for nature concepts, not yet. Physical shaping is nearly there. Right, so we probably have some artifacts to do. Amulet of Agility is casting speed. This is aura power and spell cost. That's really good. Let's do that right away. Here we go. Sometimes it takes me a while to find what I want to select. Alright, so there's physical shaping. Let's grab that. Take a look at what this opens up. Physicality, this is caps, spatial, natural, and essence, and then spirality. Yeah, this is the one I wanted. This is much cheaper than a lot of these, and it boosts my base income of space. And we also got to start increasing these caps. Getting out of control. See, thaumaturgy cap is wisdom. Okay, so now that's up to the same cost as all these other ones. How do I increase the cap on this? This is already... The price of the thing to increase the cap is already over the cap. Probably need books, right? That's elemental and magic. This is mental resource cap. Yeah, let's do that. I need to generate some paper, unfortunately, just to level this up. This also increases caps. Might as well put some points into aura power, why not? Alright, I got a free orb advancement to spend. Let's take a look. I think we decided... So I already did 3 and 3 on Wizardry, and... Scholar, I think, was for haste, or maybe it was Storm. Probably getting to the point where I can get one of these. Ooh. I can already unlock Arcane. That's tempting. Reinforcement is also really good. Yeah, I think I like this. Takes a while to research. So then I'm probably going for one of the magic ones since I have a lot of extra magical advancements. So that would be... Definitely want to get sharpened crits soon, but I think we go for the wizardry one. We don't have the resources for that. Casting mastery. Yeah, let's go for this. So that's going to be expert wizardry. Okay, and gotta keep an eye on these right-hand upgrades, so... Getting close to advanced construction now. In fact, are we ready to... No, we're not quite ready to switch out of this. I guess I could technically just take them both off to take advantage of rest. Let's upgrade rest, then. Okay, so advanced construction, we're still a ways away from that. Nature concepts would require a bunch of research. And here's our big... Yeah, schools of wizardry. We'll eventually get the resources for this passively. That's a ways out. Duplicate spellbook for more slots is not that important. I guess I just need to increase my general power right now. We also... That might have been the research for, yeah, wooden supports. Alright, casting mastery. My first capstone. Let's go for it. Oh man, that costs so much thaumaturgy. Let's get everything else and then I'll switch over to the thaumaturgy spellbook. Alright, we've got harness body up to nearly level 12. Let's wrap that up. And then Storm is already quite high. I guess I could put more points in Storm. Harness World, maybe? I think we already did a bunch of that. Cognitive learning? Hard to say. Guess we'll put some in nature. Since it's so low level right now. Don't really need that right now. Let's invest in some of these instead. Containment is really good. I don't want to increase the cap too, but I think I'm going to focus on generation for right now. Maybe a little bit of this for the cap. Okay, so we're done with everything here except for the thaumaturgy. So when these run out, we'll go ahead and switch over and cast that. We need 7,000. Upgrade artifacts. Wonder what unlocked that. Probably getting these points from something. Oh, we probably, yeah, artifact upgrades from purchasing a bunch of these. That makes sense. Well, I'm a big fan of Cerebral and Shaper long term. This gives dimensional effect levels, this gives scholar effect levels. Right now we are using this Shaper item. Guess we'll go for Shaper to start with. Speaking of, don't we have casting spellbook upgrade? Yeah, we've got some glyph upgrades for these spells. So that gives cantrip spell power. This gives cantrip cooldown. This is the only one I really care about. Spell crit rating and spell crit effect for free is nice. So let's just do a couple of those. I'm gonna want some others later on, but we get a lot of those upgrades. Alright, got a bunch of stuff capped. Let's go spend it. Workshop, Artificer, put it into Engineering, I think. Construction Aura. I got a bunch of Knowledge and Psi. Still not quite clear on what I'm supposed to spend all this Psi on. Guess we can get a free cheap points, a few free cheap points of study artifacts. Wow, that was a lot of thaumaturgy. Looks like we must have just leveled this up again, so... Ooh, improved artifacts. Improved generators. Oh, I think we're gonna do, to level up these some more, we were gonna do... expansion, right? Where is expansion? There it is. Yep, that's fine. Let's do one level of that. We're still working on casting mastery, I guess. Okay, let's get this. That's science skill, that's very easy, very cheap to get. We also want to get improved casting for additional spell capacity. Eventually going to be fairly inexpensive. Alright, let's take this up to level 9, and then what should I switch to next? Maybe just cognitive learning? Seems to be pretty low compared to everything else. Start leveling up some of these spells to get the bonuses from them. I could probably get this haste soon now. Brainstorm we can just get for free. Okay, so Shape World requires Druidry level 1. Brain Biscuit is ready now. I've got 7 spell weight. So that's what I really want to level this up with. Wizardry and Druidry. Wizardry is pretty close. Druidry is even closer. What's spending this? My research, maybe? Yeah, Harness Nature. Get rid of that, and do, yeah, Cognitive Learning is good. Psi is just completely capped as usual. Don't really even have that much to spend it on. Schools of Wizardry. I think we're a little bit too early for that. Let's instead go put points into these. Druidic Attunement. Natural resources gained. Oh, this is way underleveled. Okay, I should put a bunch of points into this. This is going to help me not only with verdant energy, but also wood production. Yeah, we need to level this up a bunch. Alright, Oak Tree is full. Let's do that one first. I guess another thing we can do is, did I ever unlock haste? Oh, I think it's too expensive still. Alright, we gotta deal with this, capacity issue. Elemental cap, that's not great. Mental resource cap, that's probably the one we want. Yeah, we gotta craft a bunch of books. Paper, rather. Let's just see how much we can get out of all that. Okay, so it's this, this, and this are all space rate, and so is this, right? Yeah, so it affects that one. So I pretty much want to evenly level up these. Just get a ton of space income. I guess we can go and buy this now. Improved casting. This is going to let me fit in another Psychic Blast. Let's go ahead and do this, and we can start making use of our wooden supports. I think I'll just do one crafting of this just to start things off. Has a really long crafting time. And didn't we have, let's see, 100. Oh, it's tanking my thaumaturgy. Okay, so now we can fit 4 of those. Let's go take a look at spells. Need to go do this so I can harvest those things. Reserve Orb, finally. Yeah, this is getting drained by the Force Tree Harvest. Oh yeah, we got hundreds of this now. So, Workshop, Advanced Construction. This is going to show up under... yeah, Workshop over here. Elemental Resting Rate, Building Resources. We definitely want Building Resources. Okay, that's done. Switch back to Oak Tree. And lumber stations are also going to help tree yield. It's going to help with the force bark income as well. Learn haste. We should be able to afford this now. You just stack up some stuff. Those are still too expensive. Let's grab some wisdom and resilience. Sigh. So we have 2 ability advancements. Let me take a look at innovations here. So ability advancement, the only one that costs it is sharpened crits. We're gonna need 2 magical advancements for this. I think we go ahead and go for that since I did want to do like a heavy spark build. That'll give me some... Alright, so let's research expert storm. Then we just gotta get some more of these, which is still from Wizardry and Druid. Wizardry is about to finish. Probably buy a couple levels of these. Yeah, and we can probably push Druidry up too. Let's just get a bunch of vigor, a few levels of this. Restful growth is good. Natural expansion. Go ahead and buy that. It's pretty cheap now. Okay, so we have one magical advancement. Now we need one more to get this. Get sharpened crits. Unfortunately, all of these cost so much. Yeah, it might actually be faster to just push wizardry again. There's a lot more stuff in here. Go ahead and learn this. Oh, we need the 2000. Probably get it. Maybe. Yeah. Alright, so haste helps with crafting. Probably do another big paper push in a second here. $640. So we can probably cast like 2 of these. As much as we can afford anyway. Is there any reason not to run them surged? It's going to convert the cost to spark, which does nothing. Help spell crit, power. Yeah, I think it's fine to run these. We're going to have to level them up before we can add spark or add surged. Oops. Well, I guess it worked out okay. Gotta actually have some spark in reserve since these drain it over time. Alright, give me some more mental resource capacity. And whatever this does. Level up mastery. Spell mastery rate. Yeah, we can just get a bunch of this. And I think we're going to stick with this plan to level this all the way up. To 100. Although, I don't know. I guess we can push towards both and see which one gets there first. Only 5 away. I'll probably get there way before the other one does. Alright, finally. Let's go to research. And we can finally start sharpened crits. That's a lot of spark, but that's okay. We can get that over time. Thaumaturgy, yeah, it'll be fine. Another expert research to do. Kind of tempted to do augments. Spell special effect is nice. Druidry to get that level 1 shape world though is pretty good. It costs 1,000 wood to research. It's only going to get more expensive over time though. I guess we can probably afford that. Alright, sharpened crits. Now we actually have a decent critical strike chance on some of these. Okay, so that's all still out of reach. Nature concepts, not yet. Starting to get up there. Still not quite there with gather space. And by... oh, that's out of reach still. Guess we can fix that by buying a couple of these. Nope. Energetic resource cap. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, I gotta take a quick break. Thanks for those of you who are here. I'll be just a couple of minutes. Not long at all. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for your patience. So we have capped out on skill while I was gone. Nearly there on space. Wow, that's a lot of space. I think we'll continue doing evenly between these three. Passive income. Maybe a couple into Urn of Expansion. And we can up Urn of Holding a bit too. Get some more cap going. This is gonna accelerate up to 100,000 cap pretty quickly, I think. Ooh, plus we can put some in this. Yeah, this is gonna actually help me get there a lot quicker. 25.9, 27.5. Yeah, so once I start getting somewhat close, we can just put a bunch into physicality. Honestly, though, we don't really need that until I can do flow. So cloaks are a bit far out. Nature concepts, no. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just kind of, oh yeah. We were working on research. Which research was that? Expert Druidry, which unlocks, here we go, Shape World. This gives me natural and spatial resources gained. And garden quality. Let's see what else we have in here. Reverberate. A couple of things that require things we haven't researched yet. We've got 3 technology advancements, 2 ability. We could get crafting, axes, or artifacts. I think we get 1 level of improved artifacts. Yeah, for now. Level 5, Wizardry and Storm, we get Reverberate. I don't really care about this spell. Output level again? Seems early. Cost is 10,000. Maybe it's not early. Alright, what's next? Magic learning? Yeah, I think so. This costs mana and psi. Level this up quite a bit. That's the max I can put in it right now. I want to get that to get a bunch of Thaumic Scrolls. So I should be able to level up this. This is a Thaumic Amulet. Let's see what the effects of those are under artifact upgrades. Thaumic gives wizardry effect levels. Amulet gives aura effect levels. I guess we'll do Thaumic. Now we can add another level of this in. That gives even more aura power and spell cost reduction. The expansion to 3 to start leveling up these again. Magic learning, let's see. We're still good on mana. Brings it down to 892. Maybe that's not worth it. Yeah, 1.5 thousand. Yeah, let's leave it at 1.5 thousand income. Just let this sit for a while, slowly level up. Psi is fine, because we get a bunch when we do this. Alright, let's start putting a little bit into these. Ooh, carpentry station. Yeah, I should be putting more into this. Building resources gained. Did we ever, here we go. So I'm still a little bit away from being able to get much out of these. Maybe I researched these supports a little bit too early. Probably time to get a bunch of levels of that as well. Now do some crafting. I've been falling behind on crafting quite a bit. So it's 400 for reserve orb. Do I get this, or do I just go straight for flow? Reserve orb is really good, isn't it? To help with my mana income. Yeah. It'll make these cheaper too. Alright, so 160 for the first reserve level. Apparently I already have one. Yeah, so it's reducing my mana capacity, but also reducing the amount that it costs. And then we get Infusion, Aura, Generator, Spellcraft, and Study Magic effect levels. Cantrip and Charm spell power, yeah, this is just good. You want to get as much of this as you can. Some more capacity so I don't fill this up as easily. All of these. Okay, so reserve orb. We can now do this. Makes things even cheaper. Next one is 480. That's probably the last one we get before we do a big push for blow and the other stuff I need. $100,000 psi. Capped out. What am I supposed to do with all this psi? Increase the cap even more through this. And Scholar's Book. Oh man, I want to get started on Arcane too, but that's a ways away. Greater Attunement requires level 2 of this. Gives me more capacity, more double amulets, crafting power. Oh, Mind Mastery is really good. I have 0 cognitive advancements right now, though. That's only from Scholar. So we're not going to get that anytime soon. So there's a spell that increases your crafting ability, but I don't remember how you get it. Let's look for charm spells. It's the one with a hammer, right? So we don't have it. No, we do have it. That's haste. There's another one with a hammer. It's like Mana Forge or something. I don't think it's that one. Wizardry expansion and level 1 of Artificer? Wait, I thought I did level 1 Artificer already. Oh no, I did the tech. Yeah, this is probably it. Alright, 1 level of Artificer. A lot of wood to spend. It's about 4 minutes per level right now. I'll sit on this for just a little bit longer and then switch out. Could also do compartmentalization to get more reflective power. I don't think that's really worth it, spending all that space. Not just yet, not while we're pushing for the next aspect. Ooh, woodworking and paper milling. Those both look good. Another level of expert artificer for that. Alright, so we should have a spell now. There it is, Mana Forge. Alright. Let's set up a loadout for this. We can probably just skip the haste one. So crafting power and building resources gained. Let's try making a bunch of paper now. Get this leveled up a bunch first. Get even more crafting power. And let's see, this is crafting speed, this is crafting cost. I think we're fine. Okay. There we go. There's a decent amount of vapor. Still not enough to get cloaks, but can work on leveling up some of these workshop things. Out of mana. Wow, these are expensive. Well, this helps with mana, this helps with mana. I'm gonna level up the rest one from Alright, first of all, let's switch this out. Let's go to the workshop. Let's do some of this to get some resting rate for mana and other resources. Probably take this up to like 100. Go ahead and do some of this as well. This will help too. Let's just get a few more random things here to help with that. I'm gonna put a few points into compartmentalization. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. Alright, another reserve level. That should make these cheaper to cast. I guess we go for woodworking. Get this level. And then... yeah. It seems like it'll work out well. Apparently my skill income is very inadequate. That's okay, we'll be done soon. Probably time to switch to a new concept. Yeah, magic learning is way up there. Alright, let's do body next, I think. Yeah, artificer cost and speed. High time we put some points into this. Can even level that up some more in a second. Alright, so this costs 1.4 thousand. I don't think we're going for that. So we're going for flow, which is going to give control and water. And we also need to go for the aspect slot, which should be able to get there by the time we get flow. Alright, so woodworking is building resource quality, and then we've got paper milling. This is going to help me generate, because it's parchment resources. This will help the reflection of Thaumic scrolls. Building resource quality. I mean, it's cheap. Let's just buy a bunch of it. No reason not to. Can give a total effect of about plus 15%, 16%. Alright, let's do some more crafting. Oh, we got a critical. So let's see, right now we're earning, let's just see what this does. 6.98, 7.04, yeah, so it just keeps going up the amount we're earning per purchase. These are artificer attributes. So scholar, research, now concepts, harness body, this is what's helping with that cost. Just keep leveling this up. Oh man, we're capped out on thaumaturgy now. Natural resource cap. That's not going to affect much. Yeah, we don't need any more points in that. So I can fit an extra blast staff in there. And I guess why not? Get Amulet of Agility. Let's just go ahead and purchase that. We got a bunch of staves. Focus Stone requires another level of Scholar. That spell duration is pretty good. Ooh, and Reflective Power. I really like that. One level of Scholar, even if we can't level the thing up, sounds... Let me just take a look. I'm not there yet. But even if we can't afford the Mind Mastery thing, because we don't have any of these. That additional reflective power sounds pretty good. Okay, so we're losing Psi now on this. That's okay, though. Costing 69.4 skill, so that's about as high as we can take it. So I'll probably let this get up to like 22 or so, and then switch it out for something else. What did I want all that paper for? Paper milling, right? Yeah. I need a lot more wood next time I craft paper. Let's just take a look here. World, harvest. We're on something that's not even producing anything. Natural resources is also good for this. Hit the cap here again. I guess we can afford a couple more of these. Another 38 to go, and then I think we're gonna get that. Why did I want Mind Mastery again? To unlock, not a spell. Honestly, completely forgotten. Alright, let's just let both of these rest for a second. These are getting so expensive, we should probably do that one. How are we doing on concepts? Still plodding away at this? Yeah, I think we just finish off one more level of this and then go to Harness World. That one's quite low now. I'll come back to that later. Sit there for a bit. So this gives spatial and essence resource cap, which increases both of these. So we're actually really close to getting the 100,000. Still quite a ways off from getting flow. 2,500. I think I just need to find cheap stuff like this and level up a bunch of things to get more research points. We've got a lot that are pretty cheap. How much are we gaining per? If I spend 32, I get just a couple back. Alright, so these aren't really worth it. Storm Reserves is obviously worth it. Infused Spark, Agility. Yeah, Agility is a good expenditure right now. Aptitude is extremely cheap. I know there was something good under Mind Mastery. Do we just go for that? Expert Scholar? Without knowing what it was? Sure. So what could it have been? An artifact, maybe? I don't really want to buy that until after we get flow. My favorite song is back. Spatial resource cap. Okay, this is worth putting a few points into. Do some more paper real quick. Still don't remember why I wanted 4 levels of expert whatever. Expert mental. Scholar. Just completely escaped me here. It was a different research under innovation. Well, we have 3 ability advancements. That's theoretically enough to get Attunement Mastery. And I could also aim for tool artifacts. That doesn't seem bad either. Oh, was it, maybe it was an artifact. World, workshop, artifacts, create. Yeah, it was this focus stone. Okay. I figured it out eventually. So now I think we, this is aura power and spell cost. I don't think we care about those as much as we care about reflection. And this is Cerebral Amulet. Let's do 1 level of Cerebral. I know I like that one. And then we could use some more artifact space. Actually, we can ditch 1 level of that. Let's do a Cerebral and an Amulet level and get this even higher. I love artifacts. So much fun to buff your stuff up with them. Artifacts, upgrade. Oh, we might not be able to afford both. Let's just get another level of Cerebral, I guess. Okay, so that's nearly doubling my reflective power. Let's go ahead and craft some paper. Now there's some paper. That's more like it. Can we do another quick craft while we still have this going? A little bit more. Kind of tempted to get cloaks now. Let's just focus on the task at hand. Okay, so Artificer, we're gonna go to paper milling. Get a bunch more of this now. Let's go to the workshop, get some more scholars books. Maybe a few more of these. Wow, study harvesting. Let's get a bunch of this. Yeah, that's gonna just power up my thaumaturgy from the reflection. That's nice. Poured a bunch of this too. Way behind on some of these cheaper ones. All right, so that should be flow. Let's grab that. New spells. So we got Learn Transfigure, Learn Create Spring, and Caustic Conversion. We need some. Let's go to loadout 5. Just gonna quickly throw in a where is it? Oh, I've got Charm selected. Quickly throw in a Transfigure, go ahead and cast one of those. Now the nice thing about this is because Control is a mental resource, I'm just gonna get this for free, so we basically never have to cast this again. In fact, what is this costing me? I guess I can leave it on for now. But we're gonna already generate every time I buy anything. We're gonna generate like 2 control, so that's easy enough to get. Alright, so let's go to a different loadout, and let's create a water loadout here. So spells, create spring. So this costs 2,000 mana and 300 space. Well, that's expensive. I don't really want to level that up right now. See if we can lower the output level to make it cost less. No, it looks like that's the minimum. Maybe we want to get another reserve level to make all this cheaper. 300 space per second. So the way these work, these are going to be more efficient the more of them I can cast. Because of the times 1.26 liquid resources gained multiplier. I think I just need to focus on getting my mana and space really high first. I can fit 4 of these in here. That's going to be 70,000 times 4. Yeah, let's hold off on this for a second. So mana capacity is going to be wisdom, getting a higher amount of thaumaturgy. This is regen. What else is going to affect capacity? Maybe we go ahead and push for the 1.5 thousand for this. 1.4 thousand. Yeah, that seems good. Have a bunch of cheap things around here somewhere. These are pretty cheap now. Probably do a quick craft of those. Yeah, let's do that. So crafting, get my crafting set up. It's decent, I guess. We're gonna have to try again later. Get even more, but for right now we can afford to buy some. Just kind of evenly level these up. Advanced trees requires 5,000 control. Not quite there yet. Okay, we have 1,000. Only need a little bit more. Casting, yeah, 1.4. I really want to spend my space right now. Control is already maxed out just from passive gain. I don't think there's anything I can spend it on yet. Alright, there's the 1.4 thousand. Let's go ahead and do that. Now I should generate a few more just for the mana capacity. This is a nice cheap version. Alright, let's go ahead and try this. So, create spring. We've got 4 of these. They cost 70,000 each. Maybe I did the wrong thing here. That didn't actually affect these costs at all. But at least my mana regen is higher. So 70,000 times 4 is 280,000, and then we'll still have... yeah, we should still have enough income to keep them going. So then the space cost is going to be the main concern. This is an alteration cantrip. So cantrip spell power is already leveled up. Alteration spell power. Maybe spend a little bit of this. Yeah, okay. Let's just go and do it. No crits is a bit unlucky. It's only gonna last for about 30 seconds anyway. Then I guess I'll need a space generation thing as well. Good amount of water being produced though. Alright, conjure space. Let's see. Expansion, conjuration. And spaces, spatial and essence. So conjuration spell power. How long does this last? 20 seconds with a 35-second cooldown, and it lowers the cost. Shape World gives spatial resources gained for a few seconds. Okay, let's try this. And then we probably make these heavy or surged. Just make them heavy. They cost 140,000. Yikes. Okay, maybe not heavy then. Maybe go down one casting level. 62,000. Alright, let's try this setup. So, cast this, cast a couple of these, and then we get only 7,000 space. That is not great, but I guess considering that we can do that again really soon in 30 seconds. I didn't really spend that much mana. I guess it's pretty quick. I don't remember getting any crits. I also go level up a bunch of this stuff probably. Magic, spellbook, manage. Yeah, Industria can be leveled up. Shape World gets a few levels. Get rid of this. Conjure Space gets a few levels. Okay, so that'll be better now. Alright, let's try this again. One crit. Still only about 10,000. Can cancel that. I guess let's try putting Surged on these. That only costs 2,000 spark. Maybe put heavy on Shape World. Since it has a shorter cooldown. Oh, we don't have any space left anyway. Capacity, I should say. Alright, so now things just got even more complicated because I need to generate some spark before I can even cast that combo. Let's go over here. Let's generate a bunch of spark. I don't really need all this. Maybe we spend some of it. Okay, head over to this. Couple of criticals. Oh, a lot of criticals. A lot of criticals. There we go. Okay. That's more like it. So let's see, this is Conjure Life. We're basically not using this anymore. Let's go there. Delete all these. And I think I'm just going to use Channel Spark to generate that initial spark. What's the cost of this? Yeah, I guess we can cast it with it being surged. That's fine. So we need like 6,000 or so. So we should be fine. Go ahead and cancel that. Go here. Much weaker that time. But I didn't get the effect on this. I only casted one Shape World because it wasn't off cooldown. And I'm not sure what happened with these. Alright, let's make sure the cooldown finishes it this time. Maybe not enough crits. So if I look at the water generation spell, Great Spring, that had almost leveled up. Alright, let's do one more full cycle of space, and then I think I'm going to do a Create Spring. Okay, that should be enough. Couple of crits. I guess we can go ahead and do this now. Not going to be able to afford it because we still need to create water, but... Wow, that takes so long to upgrade. Get some of my stuff I've been neglecting here. Druidry. Let's actually go to workshop and do some lumber stations, some batteries, few casting resonators. Wow, not a single crit out of all that. Disappointing. Seems like that costs hardly any mana. I think we can up ourselves one level here. Oh yeah, because I'm not spending mana on these anymore. I'm just spending Spark. So it's basically 142. Let's go and level that up. These might get too expensive now, but 319. Yeah, it's too expensive. Leave it there. Alright, so with the new world thing, let's go to aspects. Alchemy lab, we got the control, just need 1,000 water. So hopefully I got 470 for my first set of casts, and that was with 0 crits. But as long as I build up enough space first, I think we'll be okay. I need like over 10,000, I think, of this. Let's go and do another cast. Okay, let's try that. No crits at all. There's a crit on the actual cast. Eh, good enough, I guess. Let's turn that off. Let's go to the water loadout. We gotta let the cooldowns tick down on this. What are we researching right now? So concepts, we're doing Harness World. Let's get rid of that now. Seems to be nice and high. Storm. Magic learning. Harness magic or harness nature? Those are both pretty low. Let's do some harness magic. Wow, even with just a single one, that's already negative. Okay, hold off on that for a second. Harness nature. Yeah, let's do like that many. Okay, Great Spring. We've got mana. We've got space. I think we're good to go here. Got a critical. Just one. I guess I could have waited for the blast wand. These are cantrips, right? So each of them could be 1.8 times more powerful if I was patient enough to... Because they last so long, I could get all of them going. Looks like we got the 1,000 anyway. Alright, world, aspects... Aspect Alchemy Lab. Learn, transmute. Now we got a whole bunch of new stuff. We've got brewing. We've got some recipes to learn. Transmute knowledge. Go ahead and get that started. This is a slight drain on my control, but that's fine. Alchemist requires I level that up. Alright, I think this is probably a good stopping point. We pretty much did the entire workshop stage today in just a couple hours. So we're going to be starting the alchemy stage next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. I know this isn't nearly as popular as my Long Dark stuff, but it's good to take a break and play something more relaxed. I have no idea when next stream will be, probably several days from now, I would imagine, but thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.